Well, Liora Homes Naic is the first of City Homes' next generation projects. It embodies our what's next in our journey as a real estate developer. With natural disasters and calamities becoming more intense and more frequent, we felt it is imperative for us as developer to reduce our overall carbon emissions and how we add to the adverse effects of climate change, global warming, and waste generation, while still being able to contribute to nation building and addressing our national housing backlog, which stands at about 6.5 million units. For Liora Homes Naic, all housing units in the project will be equipped with solar panel systems, inverter type, rated at 1.64 kilowatt peak, making Liora Homes Naic the equivalent of a 5.5 megawatt rooftop solar farm. All houses will also have 700-liter rainwater harvest tanks capable of capturing around 2.5 million liters of rainwater at any given time. For the buyers, these translate to about 30% and 35% savings on power and water bills, respectively, on a monthly basis. But for the environment, this is the part that's more interesting. The annual effects from the projects upon full completion would be about 4,000 metric tons of CO2 emissions avoided, around 2 million kilos of coal be prevented from being burned for power, and about 2,000 hectares worth of US-grade forests worth of carbon sequestration per year. Along with the solar and rainwater features, there is minimal use of lumber and 4-chamber septic tanks, which altogether help City Homes secure a 3-star Bearded Districts rating from the Philippine Green Building Council, all under BP 220 guidelines. Now, this is just one project. If our industry would embrace these resources, which are widely available in the market, conservative annual production of about 200,000 dwelling units nationwide could achieve annually, for each batch, around 250,000 metric tons of CO2 emissions avoided, about 125 million kilos of coal prevented from being burned for power, and about 10 billion liters of rainwater harvested, which is also equivalent to 10 billion liters of rainwater from being pumped up from the ground, and the same number of liters from being spilled into our waterways and therefore acting as flood mitigation. Can it be done? Yes. Is it hard? Only if you convince yourself or handicap yourself into thinking that it is. Why should we do it? Because it is our moral obligation as developers to do so. Just remember some basic principles. Number one, real estate is a team game. It is a numbers game. If we all embrace these technologies, we can work our way as an industry to becoming the rooftop solar power capital of the world, just like we did with texting in the 2000s and with selfies in the 2010s. Number two is don't try to do it all yourself. There are many companies out there who are very interested in addressing climate change, and they may be looking for you. They might even be able to help with your designs. And number three, don't try to be too focused on the margins and the income, at least on the additional features. Call it CSR or ESG, but you will find fulfillment in knowing that you're doing something good. The call to action: let us adopt changes in our ways of thinking and doing. We owe it to our children and to our planet.